Hi everybody, hope you've all had a nice Christmas and a new year to come. Yeah, we've not had a bad one. It's been okay. Just mum, me and me wife and mum and the pets. Fairly quiet one. But my mum has been in Australia for 7 years and she came over to live with us this year. And this is the first proper Christmas she's had for about 7 years, so I think she's quite enjoyed it. But anyway, hobby-wise, not done a massive amount, got to say. What I've done mostly has been assembling, trying to put things together while I'm off work, and trying to get as much of that done as I can. So once I'm back to work, I've only got a few hours, like a couple of hours a night. At least I can spend that painting rather than assembling stuff. So yeah, this is the first thing. Oh, sorry, cat getting in the way here. Yeah, I've been talking about starting American War of Independence, and this is my first batch of figures that I've done. What has been taking the time on these is I'm magnetising them. As you can see. So yeah, gluing all these little magnets into the bases and the trays, that's sort of an increased time thing. And I'm also making the effort to do all the movement trays and the basing at the same time as the figures, because I often just paint the figures and then worry about the bases later, or worry about the movement trays later, and I leave the bases right to the last, and I always end up with 20 figures where I've got to do all the bases. So I'm trying to go through it all systematically and do everything in sort of one go. So these bases aren't finished yet, but I've just got to put some grass and stuff on them and that'll be done. But yeah, that's my first unit. Well, it's not just part of a regiment. I've got 4 of these. The game I'm looking at the minute is called Land of the Free, and they have a sort of the way they form the units in that is like they class them as elements. So you can have like an element is classed as either tiny, small, medium, large. And in those size ranges, they've got a range of figures. So tiny would be like 1 to 3 figures. Small would be 3 to 6. Medium 6 to 12. No, 6 to 18. Large would be 18 to 30. So you can sort of do whatever you want in those ranges, really. I've gone for large of 24, which this is going to be a section of. I wasn't sure about basing. I bought 4 of these movement trays with 6s on them. And these figures, by the way, they're all on 20mm bases. I've based them individually so I can use them for a skirmish thing if I wanted, because I've got things like sharps practice. So yeah, I've gone for individual basing. And then obviously this magnetising means you've basically got stands of figures then. Yeah, so this is going to be like, I bought bases of trays of 6 and trays of 4. I wasn't sure what way I was going to go. I think I'll do it in 6s like this. Yeah, so this would be 4 stands to a regiment then. That'll be a large 24-man regiment. These are actually British, the 1st Foot Guards. I've basically just picked out a battle from Land of the Free, because they've got like several reenactment battles on there in the book, and I picked out one called Germantown. Just I don't know, just random. I think I picked Germantown because I could see the same regiments it fought in a few of the battles in that book, so I thought, well, I could sort of use them for multiple battles that way. And I'm just sort of going through the list really. Just started with these 1st Foot Guards. These figures are Old Glory 2nd edition, very nice. and you know, the advantage being one-piece metal casting, so you can just get on with them. Yeah, so these are the first foot guards, and I read that the guards regiments had all the lace removed, so that's why I've not painted any of the lace around on the facings. I've done a bit of a white line around the collars just to make them stand out a bit, but yeah, on the jackets I've not painted the lace on there because apparently they didn't have it. Yeah, so that's first foot guards. Quite happy with how they came out. I was commenting on Liberator's video the other day because he does a lot of Napoleonics. And this has got a new thing to me. I mean, this is obviously before Napoleonics, but these kind of uniforms is a new thing to me, and I'm appreciating the patience it takes, you know, doing all the straps and all the fidgety bits. Seems with these kind of figures, it never really looks, you don't really have an idea of how it's going to look until it's complete. You know, most things you can get an idea, but with these it's like until you've got every detail done, you can't really tell how they're going to turn out. But yeah, quite happy with them. Nice figures as well. I think I've been, you know, fairly accurate, I think, with everything. I'm a bit actually unsure about turnbacks and stuff on these, but I've done them anyway. I'm assuming they've got them on the figures, so I painted them. Yeah, I mean, I'm sort of reading little bits here and there about the American War of Independence. I've bought quite a few books. Bought a lot of books last year actually, and I've just bought a couple more recently since I've renewed my interest. But yeah, so that's them, and this would be I won't be able to fit them all in one shot, but at various stages, that's the next lot. And I'll put those to the back. And here's some just metal. You might be able to hear a film in the background. I've got Captain America Civil War on, and that blaring away. Yeah, so that's going to be the 4 stands for that regiment. I was amazed at how different bare metal figures look until you get them undercoated. You just really can't, sometimes really can't tell how good or bad a figure's going to be. I mean, at first I thought these might look a bit ropey, but once you get the paint on them, great looking figures. Going to be ordering quite a lot of these, you know, finance is willing. Do some nice packs, Old Glory. I do like their stuff generally anyway, but their second edition stuff's nice, and they've got a very comprehensive range of American War of Independence. So I think the bulk of it is going to be their miniatures really, with a few Perrys. And talking of Perrys, so yeah, that regiment's going to be the first foot guards. These aren't magnetised yet, I've just put them on a base for ease of moving around. These are their plastic War of Independence British. Actually a bit bulkier than the Old Glory stuff, but don't mind, they're all going to be not going to be mixed anyway. They'll all look good on the table, I should think, together. So yeah, I've got, that's going to be the Perry regiment is going to be 18 strong. I've only got 16 out here, but I've got 18 ready. Like I say, I got to faff around doing all the bases, magnetising the bases yet, but yeah, there'll be a medium infantry unit in Land of the Free, that is. And they're going to be, I think it's the 40th foot, so they're going to have buff facings, and apparently that means buff regiments had, like, the breeches and the waistcoat were buff as well, and the cross belts, so they're going to be, yeah, 40th buff. Waiting for some flags to arrive from Maverick Models. Ordered a load of their material flags, which I really like. No sign of them yet, but Christmas posts and all that. I suppose they're delayed somewhere. So that's the beginnings of my AWI. And another thing I'm doing now for something different, just assembling these Games Workshop Necromunda figures. These are the new Goliath figures. Well, the gang is called Goliath. Fantastic looking things. All plastic, as usual. Games Workshop just go together perfectly. I mean, plastic's a bit of a pain because I'm just going to close that blind a minute. Yeah, plastic's a bit of a pain generally because it takes a while to assemble. I mean, these go together really well, but you still got to clean all the with the Perrys. It would drive me mad a bit actually. These go together perfectly. Absolutely no issues at all. Games Workshop. I think they're just fantastically designed figures. They have. The look of everything's good. Sculpting is brilliant, and the fit and everything's just second to none. A lot of people, a lot of historical gamers got no time for Games Workshop stuff. I mean, they say, go on about, a lot of people go on about expensive figures, but a box of these is 10. I've only done 7 so far. 10, 25 quid. So you're only talking £2.50 for a figure of, this sort of design and detail, which to me is a good price, and you get the bases with them as well. That's something I really like. I buy a lot of resin scenic moulded bases, sculpted bases, but with these, Games Workshop is supplying plastic sort of moulded bases with them, so very happy about that. All adds to the look. Yeah, so that's about where I am at the moment, coming up to New Year. Going to finish off assembling these Goliath today, hopefully get them undercoated as well. I think I'll get no, I can't. I was going to magnetise the bases for the Perry ones that I've got ready, but waiting for some more magnets to arrive. I only ordered 50 because I'd never done it before, and I thought I'd just see how it went. But now I'm quite happy with it, and I've ordered about 100 magnets. But now I've got to get some of these 6-man movement trays now. So that's going to hold me up a bit. So what I'm going to do, get these Goliaths undercoated, and then get all the basing material on these last 2 bases, get them undercoated, and then I'll see what I'm in the mood for, either painting more AWI or make a start on these. I mean, one of my mates has bought the game. He's quite keen to play, so I've also I bought both gangs separately. He bought the big box game, I just bought the gangs. The other gang is called Escher. They're a women girl gang. I think I'm going to make an effort to get these 2 gangs painted, and then we can have a go at the game. But yeah, I think that's about it then. That's where I am at the moment. Like I say, hope you've all had a nice Christmas. I've been watching people's videos, enjoying them as always. Thanks to everybody who's watched, commented, subscribed to me as usual. Very much appreciated. I mean, I only started doing that this year. Got about 120 odd subscribers, which is 100 people more than I thought would even bother watching, to be honest. So quite happy with that. I suppose it's always nice to get more people looking and watching, but if no one else does, don't matter too much. It seems to be like regular core that watch the stuff and comment, which is nice. Anyway, yeah, that's about it. I would say, thanks again to everybody. Hope you all have a nice new year, and look forward to what you're all doing in the new year. Take care. See ya.